everybody, this is the Advenge Cast, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this awesome creeper pillow that you see here. So the supplies that you will need is your fabric, which is green if you're gonna make a creeper, some felt for your creeper face, scissors, a hot glue gun, and some hot glue gun stick glue stuff. A pillow, I got mine at Walmart, and it depends on what size you get, whether that's gonna be cheaper or not as cheap. So first you're gonna take it out of the bag, and you're just going to lay your green fabric over top of it and kind of measure the amount that you want to use. As always, I would definitely, well, what I did was I cut not too much more, but more than I needed, so I have some room to, if you're gonna sew, you have some room to sew in there. For me, I hot glued it, so I just made sure I had some rooms where I could do all that stuff. And then of course at the end, if you have extra room, you can always cut that extra parts off. Alright, now it's time to make the face on the creeper. And the face, I would actually make the face before you hot glued or sewed the pillow together, just so you know where you want to put the face when you're ready. So what I did was I took part of the felt and I folded it over so that when I cut the squares, they would be exactly the same. So as you can see there, I just folded it over so they're exactly the same, and then you're gonna see once I do that, I'll fold it back over each other like how it is right now, and then I'm just gonna pull it and cut it, as you'll see once I do that. Alright, so I'm just gonna fold it and cut at the very top. Make sure to pull it upwards while you're cutting it so it's exactly the same, and there are my two squares that I have constructed. Alright, so now I'm going to make the face of the creeper. Right now I'm just using this creeper pillow that I have already made as a reference guide, but you could always go on your phone or your computer or print out a picture of a creeper that you would like to model. Sometimes the creeper's faces aren't exactly the same. A lot of times the mouths of the creeper vary, so you can just choose the mouth that you want, and I chose this, I think this is the original mouth. I'm not sure actually. I don't really stare into the creeper's face because I'd rather like him not explode. But yeah, so I just chose a random mouth that I thought would look nice on my creeper pillow. So yeah, you're just going to do that, and I'm just modeling that same face that I did. And I'm just leveling out the sides to make sure that each side is nice and even. Make sure to take your time with this part, because if you somehow mess it up, you're gonna have to start a new piece, and it kind of takes a long time. Not too long, but it could be kind of annoying to continue to do. Plus I ran out of felt, so I had to use that, and I had to make that one exactly perfect. Just trimming up the edges here, making sure everything is nice and even. Now when I put my creeper eyes on top of the mouth, I realized they were quite too big for the mouth, so I decided to cut them. I just lay them over top each other, and then I cut excess parts of them off, and I trimmed them to that size, and I thought that that looked fine. So I just put that to the side, and now onto the actual constructing of the pillow. Now you just kind of want to lay them exactly across each other so that the ends are nice and even. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the sides. Now it's very important to leave at least one side of the pillow open so you can slip the actual pillow into the pillow holder type of case thing. So I'm just going to hot glue down the walls of the pillow, and then I'm going to push it down with some scissors because it's kind of too hot to do with your fingers. Now also, if you decided on putting the face on before you actually started making your pillow, it's very important that you turn it inside out, because once you put this glue on, you have to turn it inside out, and then you actually have your pillow and you have a nice crease on the sides. And if you don't glue it inside out, then it's just not going to look right. Luckily, since it's just a plain green fabric, I didn't have any problems with that. So I'm just going to continue doing that all around the sides. It's better to do this in little short spurts. I'd rather not go across the entire length of the pillow in one little glue folding thing. I would rather just do this all in inch by inch, because then it's hotter so it sticks better at one time. Now once you finish, you'll just pat that off, and then you're going to turn it inside out. So now you can see once it's inside out, you have nice creases. I'm just going to poke out the sides of the pillow so it's nice and pointed at the corners. And turn it around and do the same. Now I'm going to put my pillow inside so I can measure and see where I would like to put my face of the creeper, so I can center it on the pillow, and also cut off some of the sides of the pillow to make sure that once I glue it all together, it's not going to give me too much trouble. So just going to lay my creeper face over top the pillow and put it how I desire. Now with the Sharpie, this is optional, but I want to make sure that my creeper face is exactly where I desire. So I'm just getting a Sharpie and marking off the areas where I want the pillow or the creeper face to go. And then I'm also going to use that Sharpie and mark an area where I want to cut off some of the excess fabric. So I have that ready. Now I'm going to take the pillow out and go along and cut where I put the mark. It doesn't matter if this is too straight or too even. I would rather it be pretty straight, but it doesn't have to be exactly straight because it's going to be folded in anyway. Alright, now time to lay down the face. So I'm just laying out the parts where I put them beforehand, and I marked it with the Sharpie. Now it's very important to go around the entire sides of each little shape. I thought at first that I could just put little dots on each corner, but then if you lay your head down, or if you're one of those people who mess or move around a lot when you sleep, the shape is going to fall off pretty soon because there's not a lot of structure holding it up. So I'm just going to do that to all of the shapes. Later on I realized that I should, because right here I put the dots mostly in the corners, so I went back and I put it all along the walls. Because this pillow was for my brother, and he definitely moves around a lot when he sleeps, and he was destined to tear off one of those shapes. Now I'm going to slide the pillow back on, or slide the pillowcase back onto the pillow, or slide the pillow back into the pillowcase, etc. And this part can be kind of tricky. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's definitely easier if you hot glue it and not sew it. I don't know how you would do it if you sew it, but so I'm just going to fold part of one side over and like fold it into the inside and put glue on that part of the fabric. Then I'm going to take the other part of the fabric, fold that one too, and put them together. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can see the screen and like understand what I'm saying. So yeah, just folding them in together. This gives it so that there's a nice crease all around the entire pillow. If you want, it's optional of course, but you could always just leave the pillowcase open where that is, because I don't know if you ever want to take it out, I don't know. But yeah, so these are the pillows. The one on the left is the one that I had made originally, and the one on the right is the new one that I made. This is optional too, but since I'm giving this one to somebody else, I decided to make a little tag with my pillow business because I like to advertise. So yeah, there are your creeper pillows. I hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you in the next DIY. Also, comment or like if you would like to actually see more DIYs on this channel, because I also have a couple other ideas for other pillows and DIYs of Minecraft and gaming, so stay tuned for that. BBs!